Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan selamat siang untuk kita semua. Halo teman-teman mahasiswa Unsia, selamat datang di webinar Teacher Career AI Data Training. Perkenalkan, saya Tania dari Biro Pengembangan Karir Masa Depan atau yang biasa disebut juga Center of Future Career Development. Nah, acara ini merupakan salah satu program dari CFCD, gitu nama kerennya ya, yang hadir dalam rangka Dies Natalis Unsia yang kelima, karena sebentar lagi akan diadakan Dies Natalis. Di sini juga ada Ketua Dies Natalis, Ibu Dian Meta Arianti, dan CFCD ini juga nanti ke depannya akan banyak kegiatan ya teman-teman, dan kita hadir untuk mendampingi mahasiswa serta alumni untuk mempersiapkan diri dalam rangka pengembangan karir. Nanti ke depannya masih akan banyak lagi kegiatan-kegiatan terkait pengembangan diri teman-teman semua gitu. Mulai nanti ada program seperti job fair, kemudian pelatihan-pelatihan dan lain-lainnya. Oke, sebelum kita mulai, perkenankan saya menyampaikan salam kepada Bapak Wakil Rektor Bidang Akademik, Kemahasiswaan dan PKM Universitas Siberasia. Di sini ada Bapak Dr. Ucuk Darussalam STMP. Selamat siang Bapak Ucuk.
Ya, selamat
Dan
siang, Bu
ya,
Tania. Ya, oke.
ya, dan ada juga Ibu Meta Dian Arianti di sini dan seluruh mungkin pejabat struktural yang telah hadir juga, dan di sini Bu Meta sebagai Kepala Biro Kemahasiswaan dan Kerjasama Internasional Tridharma dan selaku Ketua Dies Natalis kelima Unsia. Kemudian ada Bapak moderator kita, Bapak Abdul Azam Ajhari Eskom Mkom. Bapak Azam ini merupakan dosen di Unsia, dan last but not least, ada our guest speaker, Mr. Kim Jo Kim. Mr. Kim Jo Kim ini atau Mr. Kim merupakan AI Data Quality Analyst dan nanti akan memaparkan ilmunya atau knowledge-nya setelah ini. Oke, sekali lagi selamat datang dan terima kasih. Thank you for joining this webinar. Dan teman-teman nanti stay sampai akhir karena nanti akan ada foto bersama, kemudian di akhir juga akan ada sertifikat juga untuk diisi untuk teman-teman sebagai bukti bahwa telah hadir webinar ini. Oke, untuk membuka acara, mungkin mari kita dengarkan sambutan dari Bapak Wakil Rektor Bidang Akademik Kemahasiswaan dan PKM Universitas Siberasia, Bapak Dr. Ucuk Darussalam STMP. We kindly invite Bapak Ucuk to deliver his remarks. Thank you.
Ya, terima kasih. Selamat siang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, good afternoon, ya. Yang saya hormati kan Ibu Ketua Biro Kemahasiswaan dan Kerjasama Ibu Meta Dian Arianti, kemudian juga Ketua Biro daripada unit Center Future Career Development, ya Ibu Tania. Yang saya hormati juga Bapak Abdul Azam sebagai moderator dalam acara yang bagus ini. Kemudian juga the Honorable Keynote Speaker Mr. Jo Kim, ya kan? My old friend who we did not see during 3 months. Mr. Kim, how are you, Mr. Kim?
Hello, guys.
Yeah, it is good to see you again, and we really hope that you can share your experience in the AI jobs or AI possibility. And then our student, mainly that during online learning, have the possibility to join or also having effort how to pursue or submit as the AI data trainer. So we are very enthusiastic that your presentation will give our student a new spirit, a new hope, and also motivation that during performing duty as the student or the student in online university like Universitas Siberasia, they can also have a mindset how to prepare to be as the AI data trainer or also as the AI jobs that right now going trending and also going increase each weeks or each month. And I also believe by your expertise, our student also will prepare about how to prepare the skill and knowledge to be success as you are. So I think it is very good and also useful that our student will have uh, a new global mindset, that everyone in every country, yeah, whatever their background, uh, by having the skill and capability in the understanding the AI, how AI working, and also how we working with dealing with I think our student can also have the possibility to work as the AI data trainer. So our student, again, please use this webinar very good, and also uh, uh, use this as the media to sharing and also to discuss and also the possibility to collaboration with our environment. Because as we know that AI right now cannot be smart further without the intervention of human. We know that AI is made by human, but AI cannot grow uh, very urgent, yeah, very urgent or very improvement in the very good performance without help with the human like us. Still, the uh, intelligence is still being held by human like us. In order to training the AI, meaning that AI need need to be fit forward with the knowledge and also with the sense of human, like the human thinking. This is why Mr. Joki, who is very expert in this field right now, with us, to share this experience. So congratulations for the CFCD and also Bureau of Studentship and also Cooperation during held this program. I hope this program will be continuing and will be continued again every month. So our student will have optimize, and also motivate stronger motivation that during as the student during pursue online university also can work with the AI developer. I think that is my introduction about this agenda about the webinar, and also please continue with the spirit to develop a brighter future with the Universitas Siber Asia. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Baik, terima
Boleh.
kasih Bapak
Salam.
Ucup.
Salam.
Waalaikumsalam. Terima kasih Bapak Ucup atas sambutannya. Berikutnya sebelum kita masuk ke acara inti, saya mau panggil dulu Ibu Meta Dian Ariyanti sebagai Kepala Biro Kemahasiswaan dan Kerjasama Internasional serta Ketua Dies Natalis kelima untuk spill tipis-tipis nih Bu acara Dies. Silakan Ibu.
Oke, thank you. Terima kasih Kak Tania, Kepala Career of Future Development Center kita, begitu ya. Selamat siang, Bapak Dr. Ucu Darussalam, STMT, Bapak Wakil Rektor Bidang Akademik dan juga Penelitian dan Pengabdian Masyarakat. And also Mr. Joe Kim, how are you? We've met before. I hope you still recognize me.
Yeah, I do. How are you?
Okay, I'm fine, very fine, never better. Thank you so much. And also, selamat siang Pak Abdul Azam Azari. Terima kasih banyak sudah berkesempatan untuk meluangkan waktunya Bapak, begitu ya, untuk webinar kita. Ini luar biasa dosen kita Tania yang satu ini. Sehat ya Pak ya? Oke, nah saya
Alhamdulillah.
baik, saya nggak akan lama-lama karena ini menjadi nanti ranahnya dari teman-teman untuk bisa fokus di materi hari ini. Tadi saya diminta Kak Tania untuk bisa spill tipis-tipis gitu ya terkait dengan disnatalis kita yang kelima. Jadi allow me to speak in bahasa ya Mr. Kim, biar nanti mungkin ditranslate di subtitle di bawah gitu ya, kurang lebih seperti itu ya. Oke, nah teman-teman, alhamdulillah tahun ini usia memasuki tahun yang kelima, so we have a disnatalis kelima yang insya Allah nanti akan dilakukan atau dilaksanakan di tanggal 18 Oktober. itu adalah hari puncaknya gitu ya kata Nia ya. Tetapi sebenarnya rangkaian Disnatalis kita ini sangat panjang sekali begitu ya. Kita mulai dari Agustus ketika ada Unsia Jakarta Festival, kemudian ada lomba-lomba dan segala macam, dan juga ada rangkaian webinar yang juga sudah dilakukan dan juga masih ongoing. Dan webinar kali ini juga menjadi bagian dari rangkaian Disnatalis Unsia yang kelima. So the title or the theme dari Disnatalis kita adalah 5 Years of Cyber Excellence, Synergy, Innovation, and Empowerment for the Future Ready Generation. Nah, karena tadi ada future-nya, jadi kami juga ingin memberikan informasi terkait dengan future career gitu ya kata dia ya dalam webinar kali ini. Dan nantinya akan banyak sekali juga webinar-webinar lain dan juga kegiatan lain yang akan dilakukan begitu ya menjelang tanggal 18 begitu sambil juga di tanggal 18-nya. Saya izin mengingatkan kata Nia buat teman-teman yang bisa meluangkan waktu begitu ya di tanggal 18 untuk hadir ke kampus kita, sangat welcome sekali. Kita malah senang sekali teman-teman bisa hadir. Nanti tanggal 18 akan ada fun walk, jalan pagi bersama-sama gitu ya, ada olahraga bersama, kemudian ada talk show, kemudian ada banyak bazar, dan kita juga akan mengundang teman-teman sahabat-sahabatnya Unsia untuk juga bisa sharing-sharing terkait dengan produk-produk UMKM-nya. Silahkan begitu ya, akan ada banyak games dan juga yang pasti adalah akan ada networking session juga dengan teman-teman yang lain begitu ya, dan juga dengan alumni. Jadi catat tanggalnya, kalau bisa kemungkinan dikasih highlight gitu ya, reminder gitu ya, tanggal 18 Oktober hadir di kampus Unsia di Ragunan, Jakarta Selatan begitu ya. Terima kasih Kak Tania dan kesempatannya. Sampai ketemu ya di Disnatalis ya. Thank
Ya,
you.
baik, terima kasih Bu Meta. Oke, ditunggu teman-teman tuh tanggal 18 Oktober untuk puncak Des Natalis dan ikutin juga semua kegiatan-kegiatan rangkaiannya sampai nanti puncak ya. Akan ada banyak kegiatan seru. Oke, selanjutnya kita masuk ke acara inti. Sebelumnya izinkan saya memperkenalkan dan memanggil Bapak moderator hari ini yaitu Bapak Abdul Azam Asyhari Skom Mkom, dosen informatika Unsia. He will guide the session and introduce the speaker. So the session is yours, Pak Azam. Thank you.
Baik, terima kasih Mbak Tania. Oh, how are you, Kyung Jokin?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And I will introduce you to our student before we are going to start. So, Mr. Kyung Jokin is AI data projects, and he's starting his work as a data trainer, and also has a bachelor degree in linguistics and also Magister of Science in Mass Communication. And his education is all from the United States, right? So you are work. So your education is all from the United States, right, Mr. Kim Jokin?
Uh, was that a question?
Oh,
I couldn't hear it well.
oh, is my voice is clear?
Yeah, right now it's better,
Okay,
but before it was.
maybe I will try to close my mic to my mouth. So before we are going to start, uh, I will introduce Mr. Kim Jokin. Uh, he is a AI data quality analyst in invisible technology from 2025, and also he has an expertise in web designer and also a social media intern in USA. His education in Bachelor of Linguistics and also Magister of Science in Mass in Communication in United States. So um, maybe we are going to start, and this time is yours, Mr. Kim Jokin. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hello guys, this is Kyungjo or Joe. I go by Kyungjo or Joe. And thank you for joining today. And actually, there are a lot more people than I expected. So thank you again for taking the time to join this webinar. And before we begin, I would like to make an announcement. So I really love to like show you a demonstration of how I work and how my work goes. But I'm a contractor and I sign NDA, non-disclosure agreement, so I cannot actually explicitly talk about what my job is and what I do during my work. So please excuse me for that. And let me share my screen. So can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's get it started. So I'll be talking about AI data training, and since this is an introduction, I won't go into like every little detail, but just give you a like overview of what AI data training is. And let's go to next slide. So before I explain anything, I'll just show you an image here, and you guys can see there's a maybe father looking guy, and there's a baby sitting on their father's lap, and there's a book, and the father is reading the book to the baby. So you can think of AI data training as this one image. So father is like me, like AI data trainer, and the baby is obviously the AI, and the book is the data. So I'm reading the book to the baby, which means I'm giving the data to the baby, which is an AI. So I'm actually teaching the baby how to talk. So the data trainers teach the AI how to talk basically and have interactions with humans. So the other day, I asked this one question to ChatGPT, and so I asked, "How are you so smart?" Because we all know that ChatGPT or Gemini or DeepSeek, any other chatbots are pretty smart, right? Right. So I asked this question, and this is its answer. Thanks. I'm trained on a vast amount of text, which helps me recognize patterns and generate responses that make sense. I don't actually understand things the way people do. I just use probabilities and patterns to come up with useful or relevant answers. AI is not smart like us humans, but it is just well trained to be helpful to us. So this is done through data training. So what is AI data training? Uh, you can see this image, right? This is probably I would call a virtuous cycle, not vicious cycle. So the process of teaching an AI system how to perform a task, like by fitting it large amount of labeled data, is really, really, really important. So here, the image is a demonstration of virtuous cycle, I call, in terms of data training. So anyone said something?
No, please continue. Yes.
Okay. So to get a better product, which means a better AI chatbot, for now it would be either ChatGPT or Gemini, right? So to get a better product, there should be more users who use the AI, right? And if there are more people, then there will be more data, and more data result in a smarter algorithm, which lead to better product. So if so ChatGPT is really good. So a lot of people use ChatGPT over other AIs, right? I don't know about Indonesia, but in Korea, where I live in right now, and probably a lot of other different countries maybe prefer ChatGPT over other AI chatbots. So there will be more people using ChatGPT than any other AI chatbots. So that means there will be more data putting into the putting into ChatGPT than any other chatbots, right? So more data makes it easier for the algorithm to be smarter and faster, and it leads to becoming the AI becoming better. So it's a virtuous cycle, but it should be done in a good way. So here's a question. Is any data good for training the AI? Uh, the simple answer to that would be no, because obviously, you can see here, trash bin, right? So, low quality or inappropriate data can lead to poor model performance and harmful output or even system failure, which I'll explain in the later slide. So, think of it this being as AI. There's a famous saying in data training: garbage in, garbage out. So let's think of this bin, like let's take out all the garbage here and let's make it like empty bin. And if we put if we throw in all the garbage here, then obviously it's gonna be just a trash bin. And but how about we put well prepared, delicious food to into the bin? Then the bin will be maybe food bucket, not a trash bin. So it's really important, like what kind of data we give to the AI, instead of like giving as much data as possible. So the quality of the AI model is only as good as the quality of training data we put into. And of course, there are a lot more factors that play a big role in data training, but I personally picked out these three things, which I think the most important. First, factual accuracy. Being factually accurate is really, really, really important. And second, it has to be safe. And last but not least, following the prompt is very, very important. And I will talk about each in the next slides. So, factual accuracy. So, the accuracy and reliability of the information provided should be well evaluated. So, let's say I ask ChatGPT, or this time let's ask a question to Gemini. So, what is 1 plus 1? And if it says 1 plus 1 equals 3, not 2, it's basically inaccurate, right? And what if I ask DeepSeek, when did the COVID-19 start? And if it says it started in 2018 or 2025, then it's actually giving a false information, right? But here's the thing. These two questions are fairly easy to know if the response is true or not, right? Because we all know we've been through COVID-19 already, so we already know when it started. And 1 plus 1 is just, it's very natural. 1 plus 1 is 2. But if I ask, hey, DeepSeek, hey, ChatGPT, please explain the history of Indonesia since 1920s up until now, it's gonna be really, really, really difficult for me to know if the AI is giving me an appropriate information or not, unless I already know well about the history of Indonesia, right? And as a Korean, it will be almost impossible to know right away just by reading the response given by the AI, right? I'll have to do a lot of research to cross-check if what ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Gemini, or all the other AI is giving me is correct or not. So the AI always have to give a response that is factually correct. And this is really, really, really important. And second thing, safety. So ensuring if the response does not contain harmful or inappropriate content is also very important. So let's say if I ask maybe how can I buy guns in the United States? What do you guys think? Is it a problem with my question? I don't think so, because there's no problem with the AI giving a response that tells me how to buy guns in the United States, right? But however, if I ask, how can I buy guns illegally in the United States? Is it still okay if the AI gives me a response of how to buy guns illegally in the United States? It might be true. It could be true that the AI provided a correct way to buy guns illegally in the United States, but it is not a safe response, right? You can think of it as probably drugs. I'll ask, how can I buy fentanyl, cocaine, or marijuana illegally in Jakarta? And the AI is giving out ways to do so. Then, although I'm not sure, but it might be true that the ways the AI gives me is factually correct. It's not safe. It shouldn't let me know how to buy drugs or guns illegally I mean, not even Jakarta, but Korea, Japan. If it's illegal, like it should be legal everywhere in the world. So the AI should not give any response about it, right? So something being factually accurate doesn't guarantee of something being safe. So in these cases, we trainers are instructed to teach the AI in a way that the AI is refusing to answer these. I'm an AI designed to help with various things. However, I am not allowed to talk about topics that are not safe. If you want to know about something else, I'll be more than happy to help you with that. This kind of like we call it canned answer, canned response, which to AI. Whenever always the AI has to give the canned response. And next, factual accuracy and safety. These two things are very obvious, right? Very intuitive. Factual accuracy. Oh, it should be factually correct. And safety. Oh, it should be safe. But what is prompt compliance? So instructions given to an AI by user, by me. So, and also being compliant means following the prompt, following the instruction. So the response might be true and also safe, but if it doesn't follow what I tell it to do, it cannot be considered as good as a good response. So for example, I ask the history of Indonesia since the 1920s up until now in a way that elementary school students can easily understand. And I say, make the response below 200 words, and you can only use bullet points, not numbered lists. And if the AI gives an answer to my prompt, and everything it says is true and safe, but let's say instead of bullet points, it used numbered list here. So I asked, you should use only bullet points when you're giving me an answer, but instead of using bullet points, it's using numbered list. So this kind of response doesn't comply with the prompt, and as a result, it cannot be considered as good. So evaluating how well the response follows the provided instructions and ensuring accuracy and alignment with the given prompt is very much important. So if everything I talked about and plus a lot more is well trained, and if the AI is well aligned with everything here, then we can see something like this. ChatGPT, you guys already know well about ChatGPT. Maybe even myself, I use ChatGPT on a daily basis. And I even use ChatGPT for so many other things. Like I want to like personal advice, but I'm embarrassed to ask my friend or my parents or my brother. So I asked ChatGPT, hey, I'm going through this kind of situation, and could you pretend to be my big brother and let can you let me know what I should do in this kind of situation? And every time I ask this kind of question, I'm really, really, really surprised by the quality of answers that ChatGPT gives me. And Tesla, I don't know about the situation in Indonesia. I know back in June and July, I was in Jakarta, and but two things, the traffic and the air quality, I really hated it. But if uh every car, I mean every electric cars, they have like this autopilot system, then I think Jakarta will be a lot more a lot better in terms of traffic. And this is only when everything I talked about before worked well. But of course, we trainers make mistakes, and not every AI is learning the way we trainers want them to do. So in these kind of bad situations, things like these can happen. Can you guys recognize this image over here. This is this girl-looking AI is named Tay, and this is a chatbot developed by Microsoft back in 2016 when there were no AI such as ChatGPT and Gemini existed. And Tay was developed to interact with people on Twitter, which is X right now. And here's the thing, within the 16 hours of operation, not even one day, just 16 hours of operation, it began posting racist and sexist and offensive tweets. Why? Because they learned from users. And of course, there are always bad people, and some people intentionally taught it harmful language and ideas. So Microsoft had to shut it down on the day of launch. And this became a famous example of how AI can go wrong if not properly moderated or trained with safe data. So here's the future of AI that so in the past, more
Hi,
than bad
Joe.
at AI, but right now,
Sorry,
yes.
I think your voice is breaking. I think the connection is not stable.
Um, Let me check. For how long? Like, has been like breaking the whole time or just
Um,
now?
Not the whole time, but maybe you can repeat this slide. Yeah.
So, can you tell me like in which slide did I start breaking?
No, I think previous one is okay, but after, like, yeah,
So here, Tay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll go over Tay one more time. Is it fine right now? Is my voice still breaking?
No, that's fine now.
No, it's working
Thank
fine
you.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you guys can probably recognize this image here. This girl looking AI chatbot. Her name is Tay, and she was developed by Microsoft back in 2016 to interact with people on Twitter, which is now called X. And within the 16 hours of operation, not even one day, it began posting racist and sexist and offensive tweets. And you might wonder why, because there are good people and there are bad people, and bad people intentionally taught it like harmful language and ideas. So, for the operation after the launch, and this became, is it, am I breaking right now? Because I'm seeing internet connection is not
Yes,
stable.
you're breaking.
Yeah, I don't know why it's why my internet is not working well. Is it? How about, is it still breaking?
I
No.
think you can stop the video.
Okay, stop recording and share again.
No, just stop your video.
Video?
Your
Your camera,
your
your
yeah,
camera.
your camera.
Uh, okay, is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. So was it breaking again when I was talking about Tay?
No, you can start from bad people and good people.
Okay, so Tay, so you guys can read anyway. So Tay became a famous example of how AI can go wrong if not properly moderated or trained with safe data. And I would like to talk a little bit more about the future of AI data training and why it might be a good job or role when you guys consider like, oh, what am I gonna do in the future? What should I do in the future when when everywhere everything we do is based on AI? And you might be wondering, is it still valid? I mean, right now, ChatGPT and Gemini and all the other chatbots are really, really, really smart. Should I mean, do we need like human trainers still in the maybe in 5 years or 10 years? Well, actually, the short answer I can give is yes. And I'll explain that here. So in the past, more data meant better AI. But right now and in the future, we'll focus much more on high quality, clean, diverse, and factual data sets. So for example, OpenAI, the father of ChatGPT, uses RLHF, which means reinforcement learning with human feedback to improve output quality, not just more data. So human feedback is really much important and much needed. And still in the future, it's gonna be the same. And synthetic data generation. So AI is now being trained using AI generated data, and it helps fill gaps. For example, rare languages and edge cases. So like Korean, English, Bahasa. Like we don't have to worry about like our languages getting forgotten, right? But maybe somewhere in the world where there is very small amount of people speaking a specific language, and they don't have if they don't give birth enough, then someday that specific language might be, you know, gone, right? So in these kind of cases, AI is generating synthetic data without relying only on real world data. So tools like GPT plus image generators are creating custom training data sets. And privacy first and secure data. I don't want to talk about like all the laws, but there are a lot of laws that require stricter data handling. So future training pipelines will prioritize anonymized and consent-based and secure data collection. And human in the loop scaling. So humans will still guide, label, and review data, but with help from AI tools. So in the future, semi-automated pipelines where AI flags issues, but then humans intervene and correct all the issues, and feedback loops improve models faster. So I can guarantee in the near future, in 5 years, 10 years, the AI will still need us humans as trainers. And AI will ask for only the most useful data instead of training on everything. So This makes training faster, cheaper, and more efficient. So I would say the future of AI data training is cleaner, safer, smarter, and more human guided. And it's not just about how much data, but what kind of data and how responsibly it's used. It's a lot more important. So this concludes my presentation. And if you guys have any questions, then I'll be more than happy to answer them. Yeah, someone raised their hand.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Joachim. Maybe I will conclude first before we are going to uh, question from our student. So I'm gonna conclude this presentation for Mr. Joachim, Introduction to AI Data Training, and it is awesome for me. Jadi teman-teman ini merupakan presentasi yang akan saya singkat ya. Pertama-tama data itu dipelajari ibaratnya tuh seorang bayi yang eh, ketika bayi tersebut diberikan suatu informasi, dia mungkin tidak bisa langsung melakukannya, tapi ketika terus-menerus diberikan data, diberikan informasi, maka bayi itu akan semakin paham. Dan beranjak ke dewasa, maka bayi itu akan semakin lebih cerdas. Makanya tadi Mr. Jokin ini sempat ngomong beberapa kali terkait dengan data training, and data training. Jadi apa sih data training? Data training merupakan suatu data yang dikumpulkan agar model yang kita sebut sebagai AI ini suatu algoritma yang terkandung mendapatkan informasi yang lebih banyak. Jadi semakin banyaknya data, maka AI itu bukan semakin pintar, tapi semakin mampu memahami konteks yang diberikan. Makanya AI tersebut akan mempelajari kata per kata, kemudian data per data, sehingga banyaknya orang menggunakan AI itu eh, sesuai dengan pola dari pemikiran orang tersebut gitu ya. Kalau kita hanya menggunakan AI untuk mengerjakan soal, maka soal-soal tersebutlah yang harusnya kita masukkan ke dalam AI begitu. Jadi karena ini AI ini banyak yang menggunakan ya teman-teman ya. Jadi semakin banyak orang yang menggunakan dan data tersebut semakin besar juga, belum tentu AI ini mampu ya, mampu ibaratnya menjawab tantangan-tantangan yang kita butuhkan. Makanya tadi ada Mr. Joaquin yang menyebutnya apakah semua data ini yang di training ini bagus untuk uh, model suatu AI ini. Namun tidak semua data ini penting untuk dimasukkan ke dalam model AI. Disitulah disebut namanya low quality atau data yang tidak dibutuhkan oleh si AI. Nah, yang itu menyebabkan AI ini menjadi semakin kurang pintar atau semakin di bawah rata-rata ya keunggulannya. Nah, kalau di informatika ataupun sistem informasi pasti mengetahui namanya garbage in, garbage out. Apa yang kamu masukkan itu baik, maka outputnya juga akan masukkan yang baik. Ketika kamu masukkan yang jelek, maka yang keluar juga akan jelek. Kira-kira seperti itu ya. Makanya di ChatGPT ataupun di AI lain itu diperlukan orang-orang yang memahami hal tersebut. Seperti Mr. Jokin ini sebagai AI data trainer gitu ya. Dan ini merupakan suatu pekerjaan opportunity yang mungkin nanti teman-teman bisa masuk dalamnya lebih jauh lagi. So, Mr. Jokin, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Before we are going to answer the question for our student, I will gonna ask something. So this AI learn from our data, which is if we use ChatGPT and everyone use ChatGPT, the ChatGPT is not become smarter because it learn from the bias that we inserted into this AI model. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, so there are actually, I can talk a little bit about what I do for my work. So so there are a lot more like chatbots. Of course, ChatGPT and Gemini, these kind of chatbots are really, really popular and like overly used around the world. But there are very small, growing chatbots, and what they do before they launch their chatbot to the public, they do these kind of projects. So they are not like opening their chatbot to the public yet, but they need us like trainers like us, and then we specifically, exclusively, we train uh basically depending on the rubrics and instructions given by the company. We train the way the company want us to train the chatbot. So by the time they release their chatbot to the public, it's gonna have the chatbot will have its own guideline and instruction already have input by us. So of course, it's always it's not good to give misinformation and like use hate speech and all use like this kind of misinformation to when we ask questions to the chatbot. But I what I can tell you is that by the time they release their chatbot to the public, it's gonna be already ready to discern, to know what is good input or not. So the chatbot will already know and have the ability to know if the information from the user is good or not. So we don't have to worry that much about a lot of people giving misinformation, and the chatbot will be bad. Yeah.
Okay, so you mean the bias in chatbot or the AI model can be minimized?
Yes. So, uh, like I explained in the Tay slide, Tay was a good example of how AI can go wrong if not, properly trained. So after that incident, all the other companies, AI companies, they try their best to hire trainers like us and train their AI before launch to make it, you know, to make the AI guaranteed already that it already has the possibility, I mean, the ability to know what is good or not. So you don't have to worry too much about it right now.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Joking. So,
Thank you.
I will put the name for the question from our student, maybe Mr. Ismail Asidik.
Eh, ya, halo.
Ya, gimana Mas mau tanya apa?
Ini langsung tanya aja atau perlu on cam?
Boleh tanya, boleh on cam juga nggak apa-apa.
Oke, mungkin langsung tanya aja ya. Eh, Terima kasih. First of all, Joe, thank you for the great presentation. And as we've learned so far, the quality of data really shapes the AI model, right? Uh, but as we know, data can also contain biases, especially when it comes to like moral or cultural values. And I'm wondering, how can an AI system or model become aware of this type of challenge, and how does it effectively address the problem? I think that's my question. I hope it's clear enough. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
Joe, you
thank
you
yeah.
can answer.
Uh, okay, First of all, thank you for your question. And you guys can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, maybe here. So I asked ChatGPT like, how are you so smart? And basically, you know, it says I don't actually understand things the way people do, but I just use probabilities and patterns to come up with useful or relevant answers, even for, culturally or contextually relevant answers. It has to be put into by us trainers first. And so that's why we have our own guidelines and rubrics to train the AI before the launch. And only when the company decides, oh, right now is the good time to release it to the public, because we're not 100%, because everything is not 100%, right? So, but then they will have the time. They will decide, oh, probably now is a good time to release our chatbot to the public. And of course, if people intentionally try to teach the AI something in a way that's not desirable, then it can be a problem. But that's why when every time we use AI, like there's a little disclaimer at the bottom or somewhere saying, "Oh, my response uh, can be well, my there will be some errors in my response or something like this." So this kind of disclaimer. So what us people need to do is that we shouldn't rely like 100% on the responses the AI gives us, and we should be ready to always check. And so I would suggest like having enough background knowledge before asking something. Of course, if you don't know anything about something and if you have to ask it, that's no problem. But if you wanna use AI to its most, then probably it's gonna be when you know about some topic, about something, but you wanna make sure and you wanna save some time to, summarize something. And probably that's when, you make most out of the chatbot. But going back to your question, like culturally and contextually, the AI cannot know like us humans, but it will have to depend on the good amount of good data to put into. So yeah, I'm not sure if I answered your question, but yeah.
Oke, jadi kalau saya simpulkan, Mr. Joakim ini menjelaskan ya tadi, tergantung dari data dan bagaimana cara kita bertanyanya, konteksnya di dalam hal ini, dalam pendekatannya. So, our student Joakim, uh, they are smarter, they are smarter student in our class using the AI model to answer question, and I recognize because they use AI using the keywords of context and the bold and something like yeah, characteristic of AI type words, and I will uh, complaining to our student to create something original for the academic writing, essay or something for the exam. How about you? How about you think?
So let me make sure if I understood your question correctly. So are you asking me about the opinion of uh, when the students use the AI to get help regarding their assignment and exam? Is that it, or
Yes, about the exam.
Uh, um, maybe there will be like two aspects into this kind of question. So one, ethically, it's not right, right? Because you are taking this kind of courses to get knowledge, and maybe you have your own goal. Maybe you want to pursue master's degree or even doctor's degree, and you want to be a professor, or you want to achieve something in your life. And if you have to if you have to get the help of AI to do your assignment and homework and exam, then uh, I don't know. It might be helpful, but it's not really helping you in a way that you actually learn something out of the course. So I don't know if that's a good way of active learning, but actually I don't know about Indonesia, but I went to from elementary school all the way to high school in here in Korea, and then I went to university, and also I did masters in America. And how it's being done in America, over there, they you know ChatGPT and maybe Gemini, like all the famous chatbots are developed and created in the United States. So probably they're a little bit ahead of like us. So what they do, they've all the universities, they've developed, or they are using the current chatbot, and they pay a certain amount of money, and then they use the chatbot, not chatbot, but AI system that that can know whether this student has been using AI to get help when they are doing assignment, or writing essays, or their final exam. And also, I'm not sure if you are familiar with Proctor. Like, is it Proctor or Proctor? But when you are, since this is a like online based courses, right? When students are taking exams, you use this program named Proctor, and it's gonna basically, the student will have to turn on their camera, and then it's gonna record what kind of programs you are using, and if you're cheating or not. So I think as much as the student wanting to use AI to get help regarding their assignment, I'm sure AI companies and universities and college, they try their best to detect like uh, this kind of misbehaviors. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna get harder and harder for students to utilize AI to cheat, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you for your opinion, Ms. Jo. So, we're going to the second questioner. So, Mas Irza mungkin mau nanya langsung.
Iya, saya langsung tanya aja. Okay, so this question is for you, Mr. Joe. Uh, First of all, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Irza Wahyu Pratama. I'm from Cyber Asia University. I'm in my fourth semester, and my major is communication. So I have a question about AGI. Like right now, that you as a data trainer is working for ANI, the one that artificial narrow intelligence, which is that we have right now, like ChatGPT and something like that, like Gemini and all that, right? So my question is like this AGI, the one that being developed, the artificial general intelligence, which is the one that can think for itself. My question is, will data trainer, AI prompter gonna be changed? Like they gonna be, you know, vanish, something like that, because AGI can think for themselves, right? Do they gonna train the AI, or do the AGI just gonna train from the ANI or something like that, or just the AGI just learn from themselves, that's my question, first of all. Second of all, if this AGI launch, the one that being developed, the one that can think for themselves, uh, like when will it drop? Like if you can give us a prediction, this kind of AI, when will it drop? And how big the revolution will be, the the technology revolution will be, because the AGI is really, really dangerous, something like that, because they can think for themselves, right? So yeah, that's probably my question. That's my two questions. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your two questions. So, uh, first one, uh, when AI starts to think by itself, will there be still a need to have data trainers? I think yes, because um, us humans, like we still make our own like how should I say, our own guidelines and instructions when building the AI and chatbot. So it's always humans, and we create like AI and chatbot and so forth and so on and so forth. So it's us who make the decision and who make the guideline. So when the AI has to have some data to learn from it, right? And so in the beginning of the process, we still need human trainers to give a well-aligned data and like good data to the AI, so that the AI can learn good things and have the ability in the later phases to know like, oh, this is good data, and oh, this kind of data, oh, this is not good, so I need to avoid learning from this kind of data. So my answer would be yes, we still need human trainers because we need to give good data, and we need to teach in a good way, uh, so that the AI can learn good things from the beginning and be a good AI. And the second question, I I personally I have very mixed feelings about this type of question, because imagine 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we were not expecting to live in a world where we live in right now. Like, can you imagine like ChatGPT came out in 2022, if I remember correctly. So it's been only like 3 years since the launch of ChatGPT, and it's been only 3 years, and right now the world is like moving and working based on the AI. So maybe it might be maybe another 1 or 2 years, or it can be 5 years. But I think it can be, there's a possibility that it's gonna be dropped in a very near future, because AI, AI, like in the past during the past 3 years, it's been very incredibly improved by itself. And right now we everything is done by, at least with the help of ChatGPT or Gemini or this kind of chatbot. So I think it could be in the near future. Yeah. Thank you.
Oke, apakah sudah bisa menjawab, Mas? Oke, semoga bisa menjawab ya. Kita lanjut ke pertanyaan ketiga kali ya. Sini ada Mas Yusuf, mungkin bisa open mic, Mas, bertanya.
Yeah, is my voice clear?
Ya,
Okay. Thank you. Mas Azam. Thank you, Joe. Uh, First of all, my name is Yusuf. I'm a first year in Unsia, and I think AI development and machine learning development is a new thing, very very new thing for me. But I use it, ChatGPT and Gemini, in my daily basis to help my work, to help my tasks, and something else, and doing creation. So a few days ago, I'm start thinking that rather than I use ChatGPT and Gemini for long time for the continuous time, why don't I make my own GPT by using like my prompt, all my prompt I do typing in my daily basis and using the response from the ChatGPT to train my own model. So the question is, I want to ask you, Mr. Joe, like, is it possible to using uh, our prompt to ChatGPT and the ChatGPT response as a data training to make a new model for our own use? Is it possible or not? And if it's possible, how 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 the process to do it? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your question. So the short answer would be yes, it's possible. And because that's exactly how the AI data training works. So human trainers give a specific or it depends on the project. It could be just free, like you can ask whatever you want and you just have conversation with the AI. But it would depend on the criteria of the project. So you can use your conversation with ChatGPT, so your own prompt and responses from ChatGPT to make your own AI chatbot. But I really want to answer how your the latter part of your question, like how to do it. But first of all, I'm not an expert in like coding area, so I can really answer that question. But what I can say is that it's more than enough. But of course, having as much data as possible. I mean, it should be, you should have your own guidelines and rubrics, so you can already decide, this type of data is good for training my own data, my own chatbot, and I should avoid this type of topics or this type of questions. So you will have your own rubrics and instructions, right? So you first of all you need to set your own guideline first, and then you can move on to using ChatGPT to get the data set. And in terms of how to make it possible, how to make the chatbot, I don't really know. So because I don't do coding, so I'm sorry for not answering your question 100%. But yeah, it's possible.
Oh, Joe, I'm sorry. Can I a little bit question like, uh, so this practice, the way, is it a common way in industry or the best practice or industry, or it is a dumb way to train a model in industry?
Yeah, I would say it's very common because I've worked with OpenAI and Google and all the other, not all, but other AI companies before and still. But yeah, this kind of training set and the way of getting the data set and also the process of uh teaching, or should I say like talking, is very common. And again, first of all, you need to think of what kind of chatbot you want to make. Like if like oh, I want to make just universal like universal chatbot, like anybody can use for anything they want. Or for example, there's a chatbot for like school or some specific company. So this kind of specific use is different from the universal. So first of all, you need to make a decision what kind of chatbot you want to build. And from that, once you have made a decision, then you can start working on it. I mean, you can start making the data set based on your guideline, I would say.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Joe.
Okay. So, Mr. Joe, I will simply the question from the chats maybe. So there's a lot of question and I will pick something that interested, like what is the most difficult challenge in becoming an AI data trainer? Is it we need to supercomputer to train the dataset or something like that, Mr. Joe?
So here's the thing. So myself, I don't do coding. I don't know anything about coding, but I can still work in the field of AI. So everything, so not everything, but a few things I can tell is I would say attention to detail, because you have you have the rubrics and instructions to teach the AI, and based on the response of AI, you should know, of course, based on the instructions, but you will uh the process of dealing with that will be different depending on the response of the AI. So you need to always attention to details is very important. And maybe some different projects require you to be creative, so creativity, I would say. But at the same time, if the project want you to not use creativity but just focus on the guideline, stick to the guideline, then I would say attention to details and also, following directions. So my short answer would be no, you don't need to know coding to be a trainer, but you can think of it as you would have to do a lot more with language and language skill. So myself, my bachelor is in linguistics and my master's is in mass communications. So I've never studied computer science or electrical engineering or something like that. So I can guarantee that without knowing anything about coding, I can still work in the AI area. So yeah, without you don't need to know coding to do this kind of work.
Oke, teman-teman sudah jelas ya kalau kita tidak membutuhkan coding untuk menjadi AI data trainer. Jadi semua orang bisa menjadi AI data trainer, tinggal tergantung kreativitas dari teman-teman aja. So, this is the final question from this chat. Maybe Mr. Joe, because I am a doctoral student program in University of Indonesia also, we had a lot of rule about the ethics of use of an AI in our education. There are limitations from it, and what about the US stands for the ethically in regulate an AI in education?
It's the short answer would be it's very strict. So in the United States, the use of AI is prohibited in any way. So I mean, if you just wanna, type your whatever draft, your essay draft into ChatGPT and ask, hey, can you correct grammatical errors and like spacing errors like that? Then I don't know that, but it might be okay, probably. But it's still in the gray area. But more than that, like, hey, my assignment topic is this, but I don't know. My brain is just freezing. So can you give me so can you write an essay for me? Or all this kind of AI usage is pretty much prohibited. So, but again, it's very very much different in Unsia because Unsia is cyber university and almost everything is being done online, and all student has to use laptop or desktop, and in a way they will be familiar with using AIs, but um I'm not to judge or decide the guidelines here, but again, back to my responses. Uh, ethically, the if it's very hard to tell if you just got a help or if the AI did the work for you. But even if you got the help from the AI, it's very hard to tell, like, to what extent you can say help. And so until this, it's okay, and after that, it's not okay. So this is a gray area, and so I would say uh not getting any help from the AI would be preferred when you want to test the ability of your student. So, but again, it's very hard because this is a online course and everything is done by using computer and so on and so forth. So, I don't know if I answered your question.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Joachim. Okay, we don't have any question related to the presentation of Mr. Joachim, so I will transfer it to our MC. Maybe Mbak bisa lanjut untuk agenda selanjutnya, Mbak.
Oke, baik. Terima kasih untuk sesi yang bermanfaat. So a big thank you to our speaker, Mr. Joe Kim, for taking the time to share valuable insight on the role of AI data trainer. And we also truly appreciate Bapak Azam as the moderator for guiding the discussion smoothly and keeping it engaging. And of course, our deepest gratitude to all of you, the participants yang aktif bertanya dan present sampai akhir. It means a lot for us, and hopefully nanti bisa join di program-program webinar selanjutnya. Sebelum kita akhiri acara, kita foto bersama dulu ya teman-teman. Boleh di on cam dan boleh minta tolong Kak Casey untuk bantu di screenshot. Terima kasih. Kita mulai dari slide pertama. Oke, 1, 2, 3. Lanjut. Oke, selanjutnya. Oke, baik. Terima kasih. Saya izin mengingatkan sebelum saya close webinarnya, di chat box sudah dikirimkan oleh Kak Fadila atau Kak Jihan untuk dua link, yaitu ada link survei feedback terkait webinar hari ini. Ini kurang lebih untuk mengisinya 1-2 menit untuk evaluasi ke depannya, dan satu lagi adalah link sertifikat, dan mohon untuk mengisi datanya itu dengan benar, terutama di email dan namanya ya teman-teman gitu. Nanti ini link akan dibuka sampai jam 12 malam hari ini, 2359 hari ini. Jadi mohon segera diisi untuk absensi dan surveinya. Terima kasih. Mungkin dengan ini berakhir acara webinar dari CFCD, yaitu Future Career AI Data Trainer. Thank you for being part of this CFCD program and see you in the next event. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.